Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
Palestinians within the Gaza Strip have been reported to be in fear of the resumption of the war once the ceasefire agreement ends. The ceasefire agreement, which was initially meant to end on Monday of this week, was extended 2 extra days up till today. However, as of reporting, it is up in the air if another extension will occur, or if war will rear its ugly head yet again. Palestinians have a right to be afraid of the return of the war as well, considering that the damage it caused has displaced an unprecedented amount of Palestinians, as well as the death toll having been enormous. The last reported death toll was of 13,300 Palestinians. When you add the 1,200 Israelis who died in the initial attack that sparked the war, the death toll is 14,500. International mediators are currently working to extend the ceasefire agreement in order for more hostage exchanges to take place. Reportedly, Hamas is expected to release another group of hostages later today. Despite Israel's vow to resume the war in order to end Hamas's 16-year rule of the Gaza Strip, the country has been facing pressure at an international scale to extend the truce. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke on how the Biden administration hopes to see a new extension for the ceasefire agreement. He went on to state that, looking at the next couple of days, we will be focused on doing what we can to extend the pause so we can continue to get more hostages out and more humanitarian assistance in. He added on, stating that the US and NATO plans to discuss with Israel how to achieve its goals of crushing Hamas while both sustaining and increasing the humanitarian assistance for Palestinian civilians, especially the minimization of any further suffering done unto the people. Meanwhile, Palestinians are facing a new issue other than the war. According to the World Health Organization, experts have recorded what they call a deeply alarming uptick in respiratory infections, diarrheal diseases, meningitis, and other illnesses in recent days. This comes as well when fewer than half of Gaza's hospitals have only now become operational, also according to the World Health Organization. Dr. Rick Pieperkorn, a representative for both the West Bank and Gaza, spoke at a press briefing earlier today stating that the agency has recorded approximately 111,000 cases of respiratory illness, as well as an alarming amount of cases of diarrhea, skin rash, jaundice, and chickenpox, going to the tens of thousands. This has occurred in the last 2 weeks. Dr. Pieperkorn was quoted stating that, not only has Gaza lost its hospital capacity, it has also lost its ability to confirm even the most basic of diseases. He continued on noting that without this capability, there is now a blind spot where they have a huge risk of epidemic diseases. Approximately 50 patients have been transferred to other medical facilities outside of Gaza. He also stated that before the war occurred, Gaza had about 3,500 hospital beds, but that number has now been reduced to approximately 1,500. Dr. Michael Ryan, a World Health Organization emergencies chief, chimed in as well, stating that Egypt made approximately 11,000 beds available for those in Gaza who require medical evacuation. Tens of thousands of doctors and nurses would be available to help as well, Dr. Ryan added. He went on to state that Gaza has the health workers and the expertise to deliver health, but we don't know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. Many of these hospitals we're supporting are potentially in harm's way.